Friends, please excuse the background noise. We got a little bit of a storm brewing here down in Florida. But yes, we're talking about the best Sodbuster Jr. ever. That's what we got in this box right here. And I think by the end of this video, you're going to agree with me. It is the best ever. But before we get into that, let's take a look at my humble collection of Sodbusters. And also, let me remind you, we got a 2-knife giveaway along with that leather strop right there. And you got to check out this video right here in my playlist. And it'll tell you how to enter for your chance to win that little knife package. Alright, so let's move that out of the way also. And drag out my current humble collection of Sodbuster Juniors. That way we can see what we're comparing this new knife to. Alright, close that up. And the first one we have is the Persimmon Orange Sodbuster Jr. Alright, this was actually my first Sodbuster I bought. And the second one is this Tribal Jigged Deep Purple Sodbuster Jr. And that Tribal Jigged is just beautiful. I love that knife. That is gorgeous. Check out, I got a video on all these knives. Here's the Sky Blue Crandall Jigged. This one I actually got, I think, for $39 from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Alright, here is the Corncob Jigged Lizard Skin Sodbuster Jr. That's a Shepherd Hills exclusive. That's one of my favorites. This is the Deep Canyon Jigged Blue Bone, but I tell you, it looks more like a green bone to me. But I think it's Hunter Blue Bone, Hunter Green Bone, something like that. Not sure, but it is gorgeous. So one of my favorites as well. All my favorites, I guess. This is the Kinfolk. I think that's a Crandall Jigged, and that was a recent model. I think it's about sold out by now. Here's just an old navy blue synthetic Sodbuster, and I do like my synthetic Sodbusters as well. So I added that to the collection. It was on sale. Let's see here. Here is the Harvest Orange. Now, isn't this one gorgeous? Look at that. I think that has really got probably one of the best looking bone covers out of all of them right there, except for this one right here. This is my own creation. I did a video on this. This is what I call the Burnt Cactus Jigged Bone Sodbuster Jr. Burnt Cactus Jigged Bone. And we did this one. I got a video on it, on how to dye your bone scales. Because this knife right here used to look just like this, that sky blue. I bought 2 of them when they were on sale, and I turned it into this Burnt Cactus Jigged Bone. I got a video on that. Check it out, on how to dye your bone covers. It's on my playlist. Pretty good video. Alright, we did that in one evening. Alright, so, almost forgot my large orange synthetic Sodbuster I got in Lake Placid, you know, where they made that movie about that big alligator. I got a whole video on going to Lake Placid getting that knife. So that's one of my favorite. That's my barbecue knife. Alright, so this one here, it is better than all those knives for the one simple reason: this is a giveaway knife. One of you lucky viewers is going to win this case knife right here, because it was purchased by the proceeds of my One Angry Kid knife oil. I sell this oil at oneangrykid.com, and all proceeds go to these giveaway knives. And now you have a chance right here to win one of those knives. But first, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it to any of your friends who might like similar knife content or want to enter the contest themselves. Also, just stay tuned to the end of the video, and I'm going to tell you how to enter for your chance to win this knife right here, the ultimate Case Sodbuster. Alright, so let's drag this thing out of the box, see what we got here. Alright, so that's just a traditional paperwork. Put that back in here. Here's a little card. We like to look at them to see if there's any new knives or anything out there. No, just t-shirts. They're talking about the bridge line still. And the razor. And I'm not a big fan of the razor either. So let's stick that back in the box. We'll get the tissue paper off the knife. Put the knife down for a minute and put this tissue paper back in the box, because whoever wins the knife is probably going to want all that to go with it. Alrighty. There we go. And there it is. It is the Case Sodbuster Jr. This is in the carbon steel, which is a fantastic steel. And it's just a synthetic yellow. You know? Very nice knife. Feels great in the hand. That synthetic handle's a little bit wider than the bone, so it's a little bit smoother as well. But we got a little issue here with that blade, don't we? It's a little off to the right. So I got a video on how to center your knife blades, but looking at this one right here, that blade looks to be a little bit bent. So my method of centering does not apply to this knife. See right there? It's not the way the knife was put together. That blade is actually a little bit bent. Probably when they punched the hole in the steel, they probably bent it a little bit. See right here? You can see that bow right there. So the only way to really straighten this knife would be to lay it on something flat like that and beat on it right here. And I don't want to do that because you can loosen up the knife, and it's nice and crisp right now. So I'll let whoever wins the knife straighten that out themselves. Plus, I don't think it's rubbing against the liner. No, there's no marks there. So it's not that bad, and it's really not a necessity to center the knife. So I'm not going to mess with it. I am going to send this out exactly the way it is. Alright, so why did I choose this knife? Well, this is the same as the knife I have right here that I use on a daily basis, except for my blade's a little centered a little better. And I love this knife. I mean, I cut my pork chops tonight's dinner with this knife. You can see the stains and the patina on that carbon steel blade. And let me tell you, this thing's like a razor. But you know what? Those stains don't really mean a whole lot, because you can grab you the case eraser. You can get this case eraser for less than $10. I think I got this at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, along with the case paste. I think both of them together were $16, $17. But you can take the case eraser, and you got a bunch of stains and patina on the blade, maybe even a little rust, and it just rubs off, just like the name implies, like an eraser. You just rub it. Now, I do recommend you go in one direction. Alright, you want to keep, because it is going to put some very fine scratches in there. If you do swirls, you're going to have swirls in your blade. So either go longitudinally or perpendicular to the blade, depending on how you want it. And then, there you go. Look how it shined up. Clean the patina off and all that. Now, this is not a mirror polish. It's more like a stone wash finish is what I call it. It's not really stone wash, but that's the way that CV steel comes up. So you want to make sure you put some knife oil. And I'm using my One Angry Kid knife oil, the same oil that paid for the knife that you have a chance to enter and win. And that'll protect it and lubricate it, and it's non-toxic. I can use it to cut my pork chops and not worry about any toxic materials entering my pork chop juice, because this is all food grade products. And there it is. And this is one great little value Sodbuster. Alright, so put that back there. That's mine. There's my oil. Let's get this cleaned up with my little shark vacuum here. Alright, good as new. Now, let's see how this knife performs out of the box. Cases hit and miss lately. So we got us a piece of paper, and we got a sharp knife. Yep. These carbon steel blades tend to do a nice job. Look at that. Gorgeous, huh? Okay. You hone it, probably be even better. Alright, so let's clean this stuff up again. Get my desk cleaned off. And let's talk about how you're going to win this knife. So, as I laid out my Sodbusters, I named my own knife pattern, the one I made. You put that in the comments, and that'll earn you 1 entry to win this knife right here, which I'm wrapping back up in the tissue so that it'll come to you as fresh as it came to me. Alright, so once again, go in the comment section, put the name of my custom Sodbuster, and you're going to win, or you're going to get a chance to win this knife. And I'm also going to throw in a bottle of my One Angry Kid knife oil. So that's what you're going to get, the knife and the oil. Knife and the oil. Alright, put it in the comment section. You must be 18, and you have to be in the continental United States. If you want to buy some knife oil yourself, you can go to One Angry Kid. That's oneangrykid.com, all one word, and it's on there. All proceeds go to these knives. Once again, make sure you enter both of my knife contests. I have a 3rd knife contest fixing to come out, and it's going to be pretty cool as well. Other than that, stay safe. Thanks for viewing.